Hello, everybody. Listen, if you're in the United States, happy 4th of July. I want to talk to you about something today, how I break procrastination. I struggle with procrastination probably more than most of you even do. You'd be surprised you see all the stuff that I get done as it's usually on the other side of me. Procrastinating is a big part of it. But I have a methodology that helps me break it more often. And that's why you see my productivity. And here's what it is procrastination. The root of it is usually some kind of anxiety. We're trying to avoid something. We're trying to avoid some kind of pain where we distract ourselves because we don't want to do something. I don't want to go into the details of it, but there's about 4 different things that I have to get done today. And I spent the last 2 hours procrastinating. Um, and I say this because I'm sure you can relate. Here's how I break it. Is I go change my state. Okay. So if I notice I'm in one place in my house, I'm going to go move myself somewhere else. I'm going to go sit somewhere else completely. Got to get out of my state. So physically, I change my state. For me, I actually get on the treadmill, and that has helped me a lot by moving my body. I often will come back, or I'll go walk around my neighborhood if the weather's not too bad. I'll come back and I'll be able to do the thing that I was procrastinating. That doesn't always work, though. Here's what really helps more than that, even visualizing things going well. The thing that I'm avoiding, it's usually because my brain is imagining the worst case scenario about how it might go wrong, how things might not work out. It automatically does this. There's a lot of reasons behind this. I work with a therapist through a lot of those reasons. I'm not going to go into a lot of details behind all of that, but my brain automatically goes to the worst case scenario in almost every situation. And it does this without me noticing half the time. And then it leads to procrastination. I'm like, why am I procrastinating? Oh, yeah, I'm focusing on how everything can go wrong. And so in these areas, I was thinking about how they could go wrong. As soon as I shift and I just imagination, the power of imagination, that's what it is. Let's not make it anything more woo-woo or weird than it is. I imagine things going good, how I want them to go, how I'd like them to go, the best case scenario. Now, real likely, what's going to happen is somewhere in between the worst case and the best case. But if I imagine the best case scenario, right? Okay, so I'm being realistic here, but I'm imagining the best case scenario. It snaps me out of that procrastination enough to where I can get the task done that I've been avoiding. And so I found that to be really, really helpful. A third one is just being able to express more of what I want, being able to talk about what I want. A lot of the biggest reasons why we struggle to procrastinate is because we internalize it. We don't talk to anybody about it, and we don't share it with anybody. We feel embarrassed by it. If you can actually just let it out and talk about it and realize that, hey, we all struggle with this, not beat yourself up, love yourself enough, have self-compassion to where you're like, hey, it's okay. I did this for 2 hours, but it doesn't have to define me today. It doesn't have to define me this week. When we can do that, when we start visualizing things going well, and then we start truly asking for what we want instead of sacrificing our desires, sacrificing our needs for everybody else. This is not selfishness. This is not bad. In fact, most of us could use a little bit more selfishness in our life, positively, especially if you find yourself giving so much of yourself before helping others. I mean, you're helping others before helping yourself. Tongue twister there. You actually could benefit from being a little bit more selfish and asking for more of what you want. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. If you're somebody who's constantly giving of yourself to other people, giving to yourself a little bit more and asking for more of what you want is going to help you a whole lot. And that might be one of the areas that you're procrastinating in. That might be one of the areas that you've been putting off, is by asking and expressing what you want in situations. It doesn't have to be that way. When we can become aware of these behaviors, we can start to change things over time. Here's another big one. Break things down, big tasks, into small steps. This Rubik's Cube here is something I love solving. if you break it down into just the small tasks of just you get the bottom part done and then you get the middle and then you get the top, you know, some people struggle with drinking enough water. What if you just drink a quarter of your water? Some people struggle with putting a course together or creating content or creating a landing page. What if you just wrote the headline? What if you just used ChatGPT to come up with the headline today and then you wrote part of the copy tomorrow? By the way, this is how I write a lot of my landing pages. I will write the headline first thing in the morning. I'll come back after lunch and I'll write the rest of the copy, and then I'll write the remainder, and then I'll edit it the next day, and I'll spend 2 days in about 4 increments writing sales copy instead of all at once. If I try to do it all at once, I'm going to procrastinate for a week or two. And that's how we're able to get offers out that, you know, our business, we've generated over $850,000 in sales in the last 11 months in our coaching business. Why? Because I finally stopped procrastinating. And one of the biggest things was all of these things that I just told you here in this video. And so listen, if you're struggling to take action in your business and you want to start to change your life and accomplish things that you've been putting off, these tips will help you. I promise you that. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk soon.